know the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. If that's true, then Dodgers team photographer John SooHoo has plenty to say about what he's seen over the years snapping the boys in blue. Our Mark Rogandino has more.
What is it, almost 4 decades now with the Dodgers? That doesn't happen in any career, let alone a photographer for a team.
It's been pretty unusual. Starting out in 1985 as a little darkroom guy up here behind the club level. Come a little ways since those days.
I've seen comments about you saying, hey, it's very different for an Asian American guy to come into ballparks. It wasn't a commonplace thing when you first started in this business. Do you feel like it is, I don't want to say more accepted, but do you feel like it is now, like, it's not looked at as like, oh, this is different?
Well, honestly, it took Hideo Nomo to be signed by the Dodgers in order for me to see more Asians in Dodger Stadium. As a kid growing up, when I played Asian basketball, they had Asian groups that had groups when they had tickets out here. We sat in the loge, but it was never to this extent that we had when Nomo came and when Chonho Park came, and so it's come a long way.
Having taken so many thousands of images, tens of thousands of images during your time covering the Dodgers, is there a few flashbulb ones that stick out?
Probably Nomo at the All-Star game. It was a team photo that was being taken in the outfield, and I happen to know Randy Johnson from my USC days with the Daily Trojan because I hired him to be one of my photographers for the Daily Trojan, and they're both named starters of the 1995 All-Star game. So I got a picture of them together, and both look angry as heck, but I didn't care.
No, why?
It's a historical photo.
Right, and on top of it, you mentioned a name like Nomo, right? I mean, he's one of many successful Dodger players that have made a huge imprint on the game. What other players during your tenure stick out? Because there's been so many good names.
Well, I mean, the list is endless. I mean, 1985, we've had a ton of people come through here, and so I did miss the Steve Garvey era, but as a kid, I was here in the stands watching these games. But when Nomo came, it just brought a different kind of personality.
Even all these years later, does it still sometimes mesmerize you or even surprise you when you see an image and you think, oh my gosh, this is the one that everyone's going to be attracted to, but it might be a couple of clicks later, according to the public and the audience's eye, that turns out to be their favorite?
Well, a lot of times I know what I like. I had a Kobe Bryant laying down on the basketball looking up at the sky that I never thought would have that much impact because I thought I'd be dead before he would be, honestly. So the fact that this came out and it's been a little bit more acclaimed than some of my other Dodger photography is very important to me because I just know that I've had some impact in here.
The last image I want to ask you about, because I read that it was one of your favorites, Vin Scully accepting his presidential medal from former President Barack Obama. Can you tell me what you remember about that day with Vin Scully accepting that award?
Yeah, it was tremendous because that room, I've been to the White House before, but in that room where all the honorees were, it's not just one honoree. There were like a boatload of honorees, and so the whole room was full. And my photographer friend from UPI in Washington put a ladder in there for me to stand on. And if he didn't do that, I would have been in deep trouble. But I was able to get a shot of Vinny getting his award from President Obama, and Michael Jordan was there. All these different celebrities are in this class that he received his with, and it was just tremendous. And Vinny to this day is my God. So.
As one of the longest tenured Dodgers, maybe that doesn't wear a jersey every day, you wear Dodger blue every day. What does the future look like in your eye? What are maybe some of the next set of goals that you're looking forward to?
I would say 9 more World Series champions.
Only 9?
Well, I figure fill my hands up with rings. That's my goal.